Professional wrestling is so competitive, but what if there was something you could do in your own time that will help you get more bookings in time? This video is about the skills you could be learning to make yourself more valuable. You know, I'm making this video because I started noticing a lot of jobs that are necessary for independent wrestling that people either didn't want to do or just didn't know how to do, and they weren't all necessarily that hard to learn. It just took a little bit of time and dedication and I guess a willingness to give up your time. But I thought to a promotion that could be invaluable. And if you've got two wrestlers who are of a very similar skill level, there's not really much between them, but one of them offers much more than what they do in ring, it's a no-brainer. So I'm gonna go from what I believe are the top priorities, things that are needed the most, things that are perhaps the easiest to learn. And we're gonna start with graphic design. And we are in an age where anyone can get a free Canva account that gives you plenty of options. You can teach yourself through trial and error, through YouTube videos, and now suddenly you have a skill set that is invaluable to a promotion who wants match graphics and event posters, things they can put online to market your product. And I mean, if you do the job well, you may even earn a little bit of extra pocket money with this, which is always a good thing for investing back into your pro wrestling career. And I'll lump this in with social media manager, which I don't think is a very difficult task, but definitely time consuming and can lead to burnout, which is why there is just always a constant rotating roster of people who are doing the socials for different independent promotions. But really you just have to know which apps to use, what are the optimal times to post, how to string a sentence together, and maybe some engaging calls to action to put out there. But with those last two, we have ChatGPT now. It's not too hard to clean up your writing if you really need it. By the way, if you're enjoying this video and you want to keep progressing in your own time, check out my World Beater Wrestling Patreon. It's a place for exclusive new videos just like this every single week. You won't find them anywhere else. Trust me, you won't regret it. worldbeaterwrestling.com. Back to the video. And another high priority would be video editing. Most promotions nowadays will put their videos on YouTube or behind a paywall, or even just snippets for social media. But we have apps like CapCut that are free. And yes, you can pay for premium packages that give you all the bells and whistles, but they're free, they're easy to use, and you can teach yourself. There's an array of YouTube video tutorials, and it doesn't take a lot of time to learn the art. On that note, I'd put photography and videography a little bit further down, purely because as much as we need them, if you're wrestling, it's pretty hard to do that at the same time. That's not something you can do in your own time, but having someone who can potentially then teach others. Perhaps you've got those who are in training and they are your support staff, and you can give them a camera, show them how to work it, show them how to get all the best angles. That could be a benefit to the promotion. Having a truck license, incredibly important. Rings go in trucks. Trucks need to be driven to venues. Someone has to do it. And again, it's the job that nobody really wants to do. A welder or a carpenter, or add any other trade in there. Yes, this is probably something you need some legitimate training for, but I can't tell you how many times something has gone wrong with the ring, and it's always on show day. So having someone there who is good with tools, good with their hands, and kind of understands the engineering of how things work, especially big, heavy rings like this, again, invaluable. And the last couple side hustles, maybe a little bit less important, but a little more out of the box. So it may be something that people really need. First one is a sound and lighting tech. Now, most promotions will probably spend money on someone to do the job, but it's a job you could do before the show. You could set up all the sound and lighting, put someone in charge, teach them how to do it. Once it's kind of going, it's not too difficult to keep running, and every show needs one. And lastly, a screen printer, someone who makes t-shirts and other merch. Look, almost every pro wrestler is gonna wanna have merchandise to sell, and they definitely don't wanna be overcharged for it. So that could be a spot you could fill while still making some money on the side. If you don't have the trade to hand print tees, obviously that's understandable. That's a very difficult thing to learn and does take time. You can also buy a t-shirt printer. Look, they cost $2 or $3 grand at the very least, so it's gonna take a bit of time to break even. But again, it's something anyone can have and anyone can do. So those are the different jobs I've seen in high demand on the independent scene for as long as I've been doing it. Let me know if there's any more that you think could be valuable to a promotion. Drop it in the comments box below, and I'll see you next week for another episode of World Beater Wrestling.